What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100%. Oh, wow, just basically ate the microphone. That's the first fat controller. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and Merry Christmas, I guess. Obviously, this is our first video for me. I think what we're gonna try and do, upload every day for Christmas and the Advent calendar, running up to that wonderful time of year when everybody loves each other. Basically, it'll be this or double uploads or like a throwback video, which we're going to plan on doing. But you're going to have stuff every single day. But obviously, there has already been an upload today. It was us talking about Mitrovic, Sessegnon. That was filmed in November, though, so that doesn't count. But it's just about done. But obviously, joined by Jack again from Fulhamish. How you doing, mate? You good?
Very well. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Now, let's talk about it. I think the thing we want to talk about today was Chelsea and Fulham, the SW6 derby. I saw something on Twitter earlier today where a Fulham fan, I couldn't tell if he was being serious or not, was comparing this game to the North London derby, the Merseyside derby, and the Old Firm.
No.
What did you say, not me?
No,
Why?
it's not on par. If you think about it, a derby is between geographically. Fulham Chelsea is a derby, West London derby, 3 miles separating Craven Cottage and Stamford Bridge. But a derby's got to be between two teams who are basically on the same level. We're not on the same level as Chelsea. You can say that Liverpool are on the same level as Everton, just about, and Spurs and Arsenal are very much on the same level, especially at the moment. But if you want to disagree with me, that's fine. If you're a Fulham fan, I don't see this as a big derby between these two teams. Chelsea are much more superior than us. If we were to get into the Europa League or somehow get Champions League or win the title with Claudio Ranieri, then maybe this would become a little bit more feisty because there's more to play for. There's more, you're both kind of going for the same thing. We're trying to stay up. You're trying to get Champions League football. It's very different targets that we've both got. So it's not on that same level. That's what I'm trying to...
Well, I agree, and I don't understand, for example, why Sky Sports, and we all love Martin Tyler to bits, but mate, come on, you can't say it's one of the feistiest derbies in football. It's not. I understand there's a selling point that's been made, but both sets of fans don't really care about it. Well, we care about the game, obviously. Every game you go into, you want to win. But we don't really see it as a massive derby. Who is it? Is it Brentford for you, isn't it, or QPR?
Well, obviously, since we've been down the Championship, we've had 4 seasons in the Championship where Queen's Park Rangers were in 3 of those campaigns and Brentford 4. So that's kind of revitalised the rivalry between us and QPR and Brentford, and it did get quite hostile at times. There was some decent affairs. They won a fair few. We won a fair few. Did we beat Brentford? We beat Brentford at some point. We beat QPR 4-0 once. That was incredible. We got thrashed by Brentford by 4-1. That was horrendous. We went to Griffin Park and won 2-0. That was one of the best aways I've ever been to. It was just brilliant, the way we won it. And so getting back to... We haven't played Chelsea, obviously, since 2013-14 when Andre Schürrle scored a hat-trick. Maybe I was too young to appreciate it, but I've never seen any hostility between Chelsea and Fulham, apart from the time that there was a pitch invasion at Craven Cottage when we won 1-0, I think, and a few years ago now. And... that's the most I've seen of it. But I think this derby means more to Fulham than it does Chelsea.
I mean, obviously, for you, it'd be a case of, if you got one over us, then that'd be brilliant. Obviously, it's at Stamford Bridge as well, which would, make it even sweeter. However, for us, it's just another day at the office, really. But, we spoke about in the other preview why this is a massive game for you, why it's a massive game for us. The whole idea of derbies, obviously in the background, we're obviously in the green, man. If you hadn't noticed that yet, you're mad. Obviously, Sad Bastard's Corner is literally there. That's it there. So Jack and Lewis, hope you appreciate that. But behind us now, we've also got the Sheffield United and Leeds derby. And asked the lads at the green, man, one of whom, or two, where are they? Both there, Leeds fans. You don't care about it, do you, really? You don't really care about that game as a derby either. Yeah, but that's it. It's any derby you want to win. But it's a case of if you were a Chelsea fan, would you see Fulham as a derby? Nah, there you go. That answers it there. But it's one of those. But it's a case of, we both agree that it's not a derby. You said Brentford and QPR are your bigger derbies, and obviously as Championship football is on in the background, do you miss the Championship?
Yeah, I do. Not because I want to be there. It's just because of the competition itself. You get to play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, and there's a real chance to kick on. For the first time this season, the Premier League, we're actually getting to to play Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. We've got a midweek fixture, which is exciting. But with the Championship, there was always that. Where after the game, it was like, right, now we've got to bite back in the week. Now we've got, if you got a poor result, you could be like, now we've got to, you've got to, how do you say it? Get the result in the week and then
get back on the horse.
Completely, yeah, get back on the horse. And with the Premier League, you kind of have to wait around all week after a loss, and it, well, for us, a loss, and it's quite frustrating. But the Championship's fantastic, great league, 46 games. The playoffs are just the biggest games I've ever. Well, when we were in the playoffs, it was the biggest Fulham games I've ever been to, maybe apart from the Europa League games. But it's a great league. But I feel as though with Chelsea and Fulham, if we were to win somehow tomorrow, it would maybe revitalise a little bit of that derby, because then you'd be like, oh, Fulham coming here to our patch, winning the game, we've got to get it back. We've got to get them back.
I wouldn't. I think it's a case of I'd be annoyed that we lost because it'd be 2 games on the spin in the Premier League. Yeah. That's where I'll get annoyed. I think that'd be the bigger thing for me, which would annoy me more. But I think the question of would it revitalise a rivalry, I think it needs more. You need, for a proper derby, you think about those tackles which players make, where it's literally red cards straight away. There's blood pouring, there's verbals being given by everyone, there's amazing goals, there's this urge for everyone in that stadium to really push it and really feel it. And I know we're both saying we're both too young, but Chelsea and Fulham have always been worlds apart. Let's be honest, you've either been far better than we were, or we've always been better than you. There's never really been a middle ground, I felt. And I think, to be honest with you, the owner you've got now, this guy, so the amount of money he has to spend, was willing to spend on Wembley, and obviously how much you spent in the summer, that there is the potential for you to grow. And I think there is an element of that, but it's a good few years away before I think this could be considered a massive derby, and there needs to be those little niggly moments from which everyone will remember for it to build. I mean, if you beat us home and away this season, I think that could be something where you turn around and go, you know what, this is something here where it could be very interesting to see how that develops next season if you stay up. Which I think you will. I think Claire Ranieri will keep you up. And if you look at the points you're getting at the minute, you only need to improve slightly to get that 40-point total. I was doing the maths with my old man the other day. You're earning about 0.7 points a game or something like that. Yeah. And it's a case of, if you just win a couple more, a few more, you will stay up. And I think there are 3 worse teams than you on paper anyway. Yeah. But it's a case of Ranieri will fix you up, I reckon. But yeah, anyway, that's our thoughts on this being a derby. Last one, let's just round it off. Is it a derby?
No, but what you might hear tomorrow is a few, I'm allowed to swear? Yeah. Fuck Chelsea kind of songs. We've got Ranieri, comes from Italy, fucking hates Chelsea. So
he doesn't actually. He's still got his house in Parsons Green from when he was at Chelsea. It is. But here's one thing. Here's a good story, right? So I found this out from my old when I was at school. I had a bass guitar teacher. He was a Charlton fan, but when he was young, and his brother and his dad and him, they always used to go home to Chelsea, and they got a good couple of ties with the club, and they just get on really well with them. And I found out. So when Ranieri left Chelsea, obviously he kept the house because he loved the area so much. When Ancelotti came and became our manager, he moved into the house next door to Claudio Ranieri. Oh, right. Claudio Ranieri sell his cats at the house. Carlo Ancelotti went and fed them every day when he was there. So there's a little bit of interesting history for you. But yeah, listen, dilly ding, dilly dong. He's back. My granddad. Well, he looks like my granddad. It reminds me of him. But yeah, Chelsea versus Fulham. 12 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you check out the biggest derby. It's bigger than the Old Firm, bigger than Merseyside, bigger than anything you've ever seen, including the North London derby, because, to be honest, Arsenal and Spurs are just irrelevant. But, yeah, lads, take care. Subscribe to the channel. We see you tomorrow at the game. Merry Christmas. Hit the notification bell. Thank you to Jack for coming on. Obviously, make sure you check out Fulhamish as well. Where can people find you?
We can find just Fulhamish on YouTube. Just type it in. I do the fan cams outside the game. I'm sure we'll get a bit of maybe some animosity between the two sets of fans. Maybe the fan cam trying to, antagonise each other. But I certainly will set up outside the ground. There'll be a few Chelsea fans going, "Oh, who's this guy?" Because we're new kids on the block. We are as the fan cams. But now bring it on. Bring it on.
Take care, mate, and see you tomorrow.